you?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
Good, thank you. Have you guys had a good day?
Yes.
Yeah, good. What have you been up to today?
I have been studying.
Studying. Okay, you guys. What we'll do is we'll start, and then if anybody else joins, they can just catch up with where we are. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right, you guys. So, can I ask you a question to begin with? Why do you want to do creative writing? Why is that something that is special or important for you? Any thoughts? Oh, I've just noticed my name isn't here. My name's Lara. And you guys, what is your name?
My name is Praneel.
Praneel and
My name is Praneel.
Praneel and Anna.
Yeah.
I will go. So, did you guys hear my question? Why is it that you want to do creative writing? Tell me your thoughts.
I want to because I have been writing a lot of creative writings like fighting scenes and those all in my book.
Amazing. So you've been doing a lot of writing anyway. And any other ideas? No, that's okay. Right. So creative writing then, obviously, if you enjoy it, that makes it much better because you can have fun doing it. It's a really nice hobby, but also it's something that you could maybe do in the future. Would either of you like to maybe be a writer or write something in the future? Or is this more like a hobby, do you think?
I think this is a hobby.
Hobby, yeah, that's fine. So it's my hobby as well, and I also do some writing for my job. So it's something that you can do for work or for a hobby. And my next question is, what is your favourite book, both of you? Do you have a favourite book that has inspired you to write or to enjoy stories?
I are two.
Go on, two. Tell me your two.
Harry Potter books and
Yes.
books.
Amazing. So Harry Potter is one that we are going to talk about today. That's one of my favourites.
Same, ma'am. It's one of my favorite too.
Oh, amazing. So we all love Harry Potter. That's perfect for today. I'd like to pop your camera on, lovely, so I can see you. Is that okay?
Yeah, ma'am. I'll just on my video.
Thank you. Perfect. Nice. That's better. I can see you both now. So this is really great. I'm so happy that you guys love Harry Potter. So we're going to share a screen now. I'm just going to take a picture to show this to my host-disabled screen sharing. Right, just wait a second before I share my screen with you. We can just do this talking for a minute. So Harry Potter then, our favourite book. First question, do you guys know what genre Harry Potter is? Have you heard that word before, genre? No, that's fine. So I'm going to give you some examples of genres and you tell me which one you think is Harry Potter. So it could be horror, adventure, romance, comedy, sci-fi, crime, fantasy. It could be, yeah. So, exactly. Tell me which one of those is Harry Potter then.
Fantasy and adventure.
Yeah. So, fantasy and adventure, that is definitely, most definitely the genre of Harry Potter. And are you okay? Did you hear all of that? Fantasy genre?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, just a second. I'll on the right button.
No worries. So I know that your favourite is Harry Potter then, and that is a fantasy story. But are there any other genres that you guys like? Have a think about the ones I just mentioned.
I like
Mhm. Good job. Any others? It can be. Which one, sorry?
adventure and detective crime scenes.
Yeah, me too. So, I mean, there are lots, aren't there? I like comedy as well. Very funny stories. Yeah. Okay, so let me just finding out why I can't share the screen, but it won't be long. So, right, our genre, Harry Potter, fantasy. Now my next question is, hello.
Hi Laura, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am good. So the moment you said comedy, he also loves comedy.
We have the same favourites, Harry Potter and comedy.
Oh yes, yes. And the common ground is, last trip he remembers out of London. Everywhere in London, he always wanted me to dress up like an Englishman. Yeah.
Amazing. Maybe one day you'll have to come live in England.
Oh yes, yes. So our last trip to London was like for 10, 12 days, And
Yeah.
he remembers all parts of it.
So nice. London's great, isn't it? I'm from a city called Cambridge, which is very close to London.
Yes, yes.
So
We have our house that side. It's all, yeah.
I hope you come back.
Yeah.
Come back and
We
visit.
would love to see you whenever we are there.
Of course, anytime you can come and see me, both of you.
Yeah. Carry on, Laura. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so, right, we've said genre, fantasy. Second question. Can anybody tell me the plot of Harry Potter? What does plot mean? Yes. I can give you a clue.
The theme of the story.
Yeah, so what is that? What is the theme?
It could be anything. The theme in Harry Potter.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you a clue. The story starts with a normal boy and he discovers that he's a wizard. Then what happens? What happens after that? Where does Harry go?
Harry, I think took the Hogwarts train
Yeah.
to the Hogwarts.
Yeah, so he goes to Hogwarts, a magical school. And who does he meet?
One boy and one girl.
Yeah, so he meets his friends, they're magical friends. He learns lots of magic. What is like the complication? What happens in this story that stops Harry in his tracks? We've got a villain. Who is our villain? Yeah, the bad guy in the story.
I think the parents, the stepmom and stepdad who trapped them first.
They are most definitely villains. They're not good people, are they? We've also got quite a scary character. Who is the character that killed Harry's parents? Do you remember his name?
That was a bald wizard something.
He is a bald wizard. So this is Lord Voldemort, the villain in the story. Very bad guy, and he is bald. So those are our plot points. How does Harry Potter end? Is it a happy ending? Do you guys know? Happy ending, sad ending? What happens towards the end? Who's the winner?
I think Harry's team won.
Yeah, so the good guys win. The good guys always win in a story, right?
Yeah.
We hope. So, what do you think, both of you? What makes Harry Potter a really special story? What makes it a good story?
The drama, what happens in it?
Drama, yeah, there's lots of action. What else?
Then the sound effects like the wizards do with the wand and those all.
Yeah, so it's realistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that makes it really good?
The fantasy creatures and those all.
Yeah, so it's really unique. It's different. We've never seen anything like this before. What about the characters? Are there good characters in the story?
Yes.
Yeah. So, next question. Do you guys know who wrote Harry Potter? Who's the writer?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. The writer is a lady called J.K. Rowling. And she is a very talented writer for the reasons we have said. She's made a unique story. It's very different. She's made good characters. She's made something with lots of action and adventure. So, a very good writer, and hopefully one day you guys can write something as amazing as this. If I can share my screen. That's fine. Okay, do you have a pen and paper with you?
I have a pencil and paper.
Perfect. Have you got pen and paper? Give me a thumbs up if you do. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so
Ma'am,
yes,
before sharing screen, can I drink water?
of course you can. Of course you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait a second. No worries. Let me just see what's not working. Not sure why it won't share. Just waiting for my message to let me share the screen, and then we will have a look at the other page. But just while we're waiting, I want you to think of your other favorite book. Remind me what it was.
Comics like superheroes and all that.
Cool.
Yeah, I came back.
Perfect. Good job. So on your paper, what I would like you to write is the name of your second favorite story. So our first one, our number one, is Harry Potter. Think of a second one. It could be a book, a movie, a story that you knew when you were a child, any story that you love. Write the name down.
It could also be a movie.
Yeah.
So you please go through the topics that we have included, and then later, if you think a few more topics can be included in the
Done.
It
Well
can
done.
be related sports.
with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Any that you love.
Yeah.
Right, the second thing underneath, I want you to tell me the genre. Is it adventure, fantasy, comedy? What's the genre?
It's about sports and it is little comedy.
Okay, but I mean, sport is a genre, so you can say sport / comedy. That's fine. Sport and comedy. Okay, so we've got our name, we've got our genre. Next, I want you to tell me.
Name and
Sorry?
movie name.
Yeah, the name.
Name Saina.
Nice,
It is a
perfect.
badminton sport game movie.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
love badminton and I'm going to coaching of badminton.
Yeah.
So that's why I like that and I saw it on Prime and I like that.
Amazing. So you can relate, can't you? You can relate to it.
What, ma'am?
You can relate to this story. It feels familiar because you like badminton.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. But yes,
The name of my favorite second movie is The Avengers, and
Yeah.
the genre is action and adventure.
perfect. Yes, it is. I love the Avengers as well. So, the third thing to write down is who is your target audience? Now, What do I mean by target audience? Any ideas? This is a tricky word. I'll help you with this one. No worries. So the target audience for Harry Potter is mostly children. So what this means is, who is your story aimed at? Is it for children? Is it for adults? Is it mostly for girls, mostly for boys, or both? Is it for older adults, younger adults? Who do you think will enjoy the story the most? Have a think.
Can I tell?
Yes.
I've written children, families, friends, and adults.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Well done. What do you think about badminton movie?
My adults also like, and then children's.
Yes. Yes,
Adults
definitely.
and children.
Well done. And do you guys think it is important when you are writing a story to have in your mind who wants to read it? Is that important to know? Yes, definitely. Definitely. If you are writing a story for children, should it be a horror story? Probably not. Probably not.
No.
Exactly. Do you guys like horror stories?
Yeah, I like.
You do. You're very brave. I don't like them and get too scared.
The Pennywise movie, I got so scared I didn't watch any horror.
Oh, that is scary. Is it?
Yeah, it's
I watched at least 50.
Oh no! I can't watch that. I'm very afraid of clowns.
when I watched that, I got so scared I don't want to watch any horror movies.
I'm not surprised. I can't watch that. So well done. So we've got our target audience. Next thing to write down is the... Sorry, what's your question? Go on.
No, I was just saying the fourth one we have to write.
Yes. Good job. This next one is setting. Where is the story set? So, for example, Harry Potter is set at Hogwarts. Where is your story set? We've got our location, our setting. Use that to help you. If Harry Potter is at Hogwarts, where is yours?
I have written the Marvel base,
Yeah.
the whole, and the battlefield.
Perfect. That's exactly what I need. And where is our badminton movie set?
Whatever has been done so far, it is related to his ability and action.
If you're not sure, maybe you could think of the country or the type of place where it is.
Yeah, it's in. I can say it's district or
Yeah.
it's in
In district?
Haryana. It's in Haryana,
Yeah.
and in Haryana, the match plays in stadium.
Perfect. So we've got the place and a stadium. That's amazing. That's what we need. Well done.
Yeah.
And next one is our main characters. So another word for main character is protagonist. And for example, in the story of Harry Potter, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are the protagonists, the main characters. Who are yours?
Has been done by us. It is related to.
So write down your main character or characters.
So, Avengers is a team, so I can write like the Avengers because the whole
Yeah.
movie is based on it.
Exactly. So all of the Avengers are your main characters.
In my movie also, Saina is main character.
Yes, perfect. So you've got one like big main character, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well done. Really good. Okay, so we've got Avengers and we've got our main character here. Next question. What is the theme of the story? So both of you have quite an easy answer here. I think we have superheroes and badminton, but I'll use my example anyway. The theme of Harry Potter is magic.
I have written superheroes and villains.
Yeah, perfect. And badminton, right? The theme is sport, badminton. Okay, well done. So I've only got a couple more. Our one here is villain. The villain. So remember, this is the bad guy. Is there a bad guy in your story? Anybody who causes problems. Does anybody cause problems or like an upset in the story?
I have written Ultron and Thanos.
Good job. Yeah. So we've got.
And in my one bike rider is Saina's mom just gone outside.
Yeah.
And then bike just go through her mom's mom.
Yeah. So you know who is causing a problem.
Yeah.
Good job.
They
Okay.
can't go with her in stadium to see match.
Well done. Well done. Yes.
I have changed mine and written 4.
Okay. Tell me the other ones.
Ultron, Thanos, Venom, and Red Skull.
Yeah. Perfect. All villains in this story. Well done. Okay. So next part is, what is the climax of the story? Now, what that word climax means is what happens right in the middle of the story. Is there a fight? Is there a game? Is there, in the case of Harry Potter, there's a battle between two wizards? What is the climax of the story where there's a turning point? I'm assuming in a badminton, there might be a game of badminton. In the Avengers, there's definitely a fight.
I have written the fight begins between Thanos and the Avengers.
Good. That is definitely the climax. Okay, and in badminton, what is our climax? Okay, we'll come back in a second. Right, final question is the resolution of the story. Do either of you know what that word resolution means? That's okay. I don't expect you to know everything. Lovely. Do you have your climax of the badminton story?
No, ma'am.
That's okay. Have a think. I'll come back to you. That means the middle part of the story. Resolution is the ending. So how does the story finish? Example, Harry Potter finishes when they are older and it's a happy ending. The good wins over the bad guys. So it's a happy ending.
In badminton, Saina wins the match and she was so happy. It was so close. The cock was just hitting to the net. And she done backhand and it gone in her court upon court.
Yeah, that's a really good ending, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am. It was too close.
So, but you know when it's so close, it makes it exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Exciting ending. Good job. And in the Avengers, what's our conclusion, our resolution?
The end is a happy / emotional ending because Iron Man dies.
Yeah. So it's what we can call bittersweet. It's sad, but we're happy for the rest of them. Yeah, well done. So I want you guys to have a look at the list that you've just written. Which part of this list do you think is the most important in a story? Or are they equal? Are they all important?
I think they all are important.
Yeah, I would agree. If we are missing one of these things, will it be a good story?
I think yes.
So we need to have all of them, don't we? We need all of these things in order to write a really good story.
Yeah.
So when you are thinking about writing a story of your own, this is everything that you need to include in a really successful story. Right, just give me 1 second. I'm just going to message Instrucko and double check why I can't share the screen.
Have you clicked on the share screen button?
Yeah, it says that I'm not the host, which I don't know why I'm not the host. Right, are you guys okay if I just completely log out and then we all log back in again?
Sure.
Is that okay? I'm just going to make sure that I'm the host here so I can share it. Give me 1 minute and I'll be back on, okay?
Hey.
Hello.
So you like action movies or
Spooky ones.
I like action, sports, adventure.
I like spooky ones.
Have you watched an Annabelle?
What?
Have you watched an Annabelle?
No. I just watched 1 or 2 movies with action movies. I just watched 2. One was on Spider-Man and another I forgot.
I just watched Fast and Furious.
Okay, let me try now.
Do you have the mute all button? If you do
Can you hear me
that,
now?
please.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Right, we'll just have to do it without sharing the screen. That's okay. I think it must just be a settings problem, but let me just have a look at what I was going to ask you to do. Okay. So on your computer, or on your paper, that's fine.
Can I do on the computer?
Pardon?
Can I do on the computer?
Yeah, whichever's easier for you, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just told the lady that this is still disabled. Yeah, there we go. Still not set.
Can we do on tablet?
Yeah, whichever's easier for you. If you want to do it on your paper, fine. If you want to do it on tablet or computer, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is read you an extract from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. An extract just means a small part of the story. This is taken from the first book, and you guys might remember when this happened. Hagrid has a dragon egg, and he has it in his house. The dragon is born in Hagrid's house. And do you think that's a good idea to have a dragon at home?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
So while I'm reading, I want you to write down what genre you think this small part of the story is. And if you think that Hagrid is a good character in this section. So just listen carefully, write down the genre. Is it funny? Is it romance? Is it scary? Is it fantasy? You decide. So the egg was lying on the table. There were deep cracks in it. Something was moving inside. A funny clicking noise was coming from it. They all drew their chairs up to the tables and watched with bated breath. All at once, there was a scraping noise, and the egg split open. The baby dragon flopped onto the table. It wasn't exactly pretty. Harry thought it looked like a crumpled black umbrella. Its spiny wings were huge compared to its skinny jet body. It had a snout with wide nostrils, the stubs of horns and bulging orange eyes. It sneezed and a couple of sparks flew out of its snout. "Isn't he beautiful?" Hagrid murmured as he reached out a hand to stroke the dragon's head. It snapped at his fingers, showing pointed fangs. "Bless him, look, he knows his mummy," said Hagrid. So, what is happening in this scene?
Fantasy, scary,
Yes.
and funny.
Yeah, you're right. So definitely fantasy because there's a dragon. Which bit is scary? What's scary in this scene?
The scary part is that when it like sneezes, the thunderbolts come.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was looking very scary. His
Yes.
whiskers were like fangs.
Yeah. So the dragon itself is a bit scary. And what's funny, you're right, there is comedy. But which bit is funny here?
The funny part is that Hagrid put the egg in his house. Instead, he should put it in a cave or something.
Yeah. And did you hear when Hagrid's talking and he says, "Look, isn't he beautiful?" Do we think this dragon is beautiful?
No.
No. So Hagrid is he's being very silly. He also says, Hagrid, at the end, he knows his mummy. Is Hagrid the dragon's mummy?
I think because it's actually like Hagrid is adopted him, so whoever like adopts a baby or something, he doesn't know where he is, but when he grows up, he's like, "That's my mom."
Yeah, this is true. You're right. But this scene is really good because they've somehow made it fantasy, comedy, and scary. There's 3 genres, so really well done. Do you think that Hagrid seems like a good character in this scene?
I think good is like okay, and
Yeah.
silly. Good and silly.
Good and silly, which is exactly what Hagrid is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good and silly character. Okay. So our next activity is, I am going to read you the blurb of Harry Potter. Now, any idea what blurb means? The blurb of a book. Right, I'm just going to show you what a blurb is. So this is a book that I'm reading at the moment. On the back, this is a blurb. Now, what that means is it explains to you what the story is about. If you pick up a book and you want to know if it's a story that you will like, you read the back. Yeah? If the back is incorrect, how will you feel? If you look at this, you want to read it, when you open the book and read it, if it's different from the blurb, how will you feel?
I would feel that there's something wrong with the blurb, but
Yeah.
the story is good.
Yeah, agreed. So it's really important that we write a good blurb for a story so the reader knows what we're talking about. So the blurb for Harry Potter is this. Harry Potter thinks that he is an ordinary boy until he is rescued by a giant named Hagrid. He starts at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, learns to play Quidditch, and does battle in a deadly duel. The reason? Harry Potter is a wizard. Do you think that's a good blurb for Harry Potter? Does it explain more or less?
That is good, but they forgot the part that he meets a lot of friends, he meets some teachers and those all.
Yeah, you're right. I would definitely agree. So they didn't include the new friends, did they? So what I would like you guys to do as an activity now is have a look at the information that you have written about your two stories, Avengers and Badminton story. I would like you to have a go at writing a blurb for your story. So, for example, I will do a Harry Potter one for you. In my mind, I could say, this is a fantasy story. It is an adventure of a young boy who discovers he's a wizard, goes to a magical school, meets new friends, and has a duel against the villain Voldemort. So I want you guys to have a go at doing that for your story you've thought of today. You don't need to write a lot, maybe 3 or 4 lines, explaining what happens in this story. And then in a minute, I would like you to read what you've done for your blurb. Is that okay? Do you understand everything? Perfect. Right, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Go. Okay, you guys. So don't worry if you haven't completely finished. Maybe it's going to take a little bit longer. That's okay. But do you think you can tell me what you've got so far?
Okay, can I go first?
Of course, yeah. So Avengers first.
Okay. So the movie is about action. There's a boy named Steve Rogers. He's a kid and was admitted in a military school. He did great at school, so his body got transformed from a young boy to a man. After months passed, he was a heroic man and his name was Captain America. He made a team of superheroes and named the team as the Avengers. The team used to save people, fight bad guys, and save their nation.
Amazing, well done. So I think this is perfect because you have told the reader it's an action, and you told them that it's superheroes and included the information about the main character. Perfect, really good blurb, well done.
Thanks.
And for our badminton story, yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. It all started from a young girl named Saina.
Perfect.
She was so naughty that her parents want to just pay for fees and let her go to stadium.
Yeah.
And then story there starts. Her coach tells her how to play badminton, and he says all about badminton. And one day he says that another coach will come, and he was so strict that one mess, or one single mistake and go out from stadium.
Yeah, so she made a mistake and she has to leave.
Yeah, ma'am. She did not do mistakes, but one day she leave the meeting because she was so big. She was so famous. She was so famous because she plays badminton very good. And one day her ads coming up, and one day he left the stadium because of her ads, and then she have to go from stadium. She have to leave and finished.
Well done. Yeah, good explanation of the story here. What genre are you saying yours is? Do you remember the word you gave me at the start? It's sport and action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. So these are really good, both of you, descriptions of what happens in your stories. And I think if I was the reader, and I read the blurb that you have written, I would understand what the story is about, and it can persuade me to read the book or watch the movie in your case. So really well done. What we've done today then is thought about each point that is important to include in any story that we watch or we read. And we've thought about how we can describe what goes on in a story. So I asked you this a little while ago, but do you think now all of these things are equally important, or is anything more important?
No, these all things are equally important.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
make a story.
Exactly. They all come together and they make the story. Perfect answer. Really well done. So, I'm not 100% sure. Do we have classes next week? Do we have classes each week? I'm not sure. If we do, if we have class next Saturday, we will continue to think about each of these points in more detail. So each week we would do characters 1 week, settings 1 week, then we'll do middle of the story, end of the story, and hopefully eventually we will be able to write a short story of our own. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Well, it was so lovely to meet you. Thank you for being so great. Really good student. And are you guys doing anything else for the rest of the day? Anything nice?
I think I'll do some reading.
Some reading. Nice. Good choice. Me too. What do you think? What are you going to do for the rest of the day?
I would also do reading and writing, especially in Kannada, because I'm so bad at Kannada.
Oh, I'm sure you're not. But look, we're all reading books this evening. We love creative stories, all of us. Okay, you guys. Well, enjoy your evening, and I will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.